Hi, my name is Emily Gessner, and this is my final presentation. Today I'll be talking about my uncle who has Down syndrome and a little bit about his story. First things first, what is Down syndrome? So, Down syndrome is a condition in which a child is born with an extra copy of their 21st chromosome, or another word for that is this word right here. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. Don't want to butcher it. This comes with physical and mental development delays. More of the facial appearance in this picture kind of shows a little bit about what it is and how this is more portrayed. You can see here they have the flattened nasal bridge. Sometimes their tongues are too big for their mouth, and so that causes their communication to be a little bit different. They have to learn differently to talk and to drink out of like cups and stuff like that. Often these things can cause other diseases like heart disease or thyroid. And then the next one, a little bit more research. So again, it causes facial appearance. You can definitely see, usually right away, intellectual disability and developmental delays, physically and mentally. Here's kind of how it's treated, I mean, there's really no cure for it. You're just kind of born with it. There is different kinds of early programs, therapists, OT, speech therapy therapists. Usually if they're going to school, they have special educators in this way, in shape and form, where they just kind of help them. Other things that they use are these 3-sided pencils, touchscreen computers, or like keyboards with small or with large letters. Just because of the deformity of their eyes, sometimes they need bigger things in order to read. And then like prescriptions, a lot of them have different kinds of medication that they use. And then usually surgery is available, but only for physical issues associated with it, like heart defects or other kind of big issues. So, I'm going to move this down. So, a little bit about Dan. So, Arlene is my grandma. She is, or was the caretaker of Dan, my uncle, for about 15 years. He is 41 years old now. He loves watching wrestling. He collects a bunch of wrestling cards. He does a lot of coloring. Usually when he's home to visit, that's all he usually does. He kind of sets his stuff up and he's all organized, has like all of them laid out, all of his pens, markers, everything laid out. Something kind of funny about him, color by numbers, he likes them, but he does not, he'll pick the colors. He won't go by what it says. Another thing that's kind of funny is Christmas movies and music. He will listen to him even in the summer. He will literally listen to music, Christmas music, in the summertime when it's not Christmas. He doesn't like sharing. It kind of bothers him. And he doesn't like going outside because he does not like bugs. Or in the wintertime, he doesn't like how cold it is. More of the background about Dan. He was diagnosed at 2 weeks old. And then about 2.5 years old, he went to rehab to learn how to do the normal things like eating with a fork, drinking out of a cup, stuff like that. He had an OT and a therapist along with a case manager right away that placed him in a group home. He did live with my grandma Arlene until he was about 15 years old. A lot of the reason why he was moved to a group home was because it was very stressful on my grandma. And along with it, there was a lot of verbal and physical aggression. Learning to crawl was really needed with motions, like you would have to get down there and actually put him in the position and kind of go with him. Again, with the tongue being too big for his mouth, it took him 9 months to learn to drink. It was hard for him to pronounce, and not a lot of people understood what he was saying. Some interesting facts: he is basically an 8-year-old in a 40-year-old body. He is a people person when he wants to be. Being in family and social gatherings sometimes can be too much stimulus for him, and he gets kind of agitated about it when people kind of bother him and whatnot. It has to be on his own time. his routine and plan, he has to have a routine. He knows when his meds need to be taken. He knows what's always for dinner. He has a set time that he calls his mom. He has a set time of what he does throughout the day. So he has to be on a routine. Kind of the conclusion and the takeaway of this is just people with this disability are just like normal people. They obviously have appearance differences, but they are always kind. They like finding joy in the smallest things, especially with my uncle. He makes me kind of slow down and enjoy life, if that's what you want to say. But they're just normal people and they're super kind, so. And then these are my works cited.